got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. They get it again. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, the floor's general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
Passes to Horford. Back to Richardson. That shot missing. Good D by Mitchell. So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Gobert down low. Richardson cover. Second shot opportunity, and the shot goes in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Richardson. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. Lets it go from deep. Conley's shot is off. Here's Philadelphia. 4-point game. Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. For 3, Harris. The offensive rebound. A second chance effort. And it's blocked by Conley.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
From downtown. Nailed from three-point land.
So consistent in shooting from deep. You can't let Conley get into a rhythm from this area.
The 76ers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And I think we'd agree, Chris, one of the great players never to make an All-Star team. What a career for Mike Conley.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. And let me give you the other name. That's Rod Strickland. But to Mike Conley's credit, it's always been the team goals that's mattered to him most. I mean, he wants to realize every bit of his potential. But beyond that, he wants to win a title.
Now here's Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. The 76ers need to get off a shot. The 76ers with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He had Simmons atop the key. Bogdanovich against Richardson. There's the pass to Harris. To stop the run. Count that one.
It's been absolutely amazing to watch Harris mature. I mean, physically, he can handle the pound.
Now Conley, hoping to put that miserable performance against the Clippers behind him tonight. No good.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Embiid, no good.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Gobert, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got his second bucket.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here's Richardson, trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Phoenix.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
Here's Mitchell. Moves back up. Gobert. Now the feed to Bogdanovich. Mitchell outside. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 5. Richardson gets a wide-open look. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell against Richardson. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Bradley's checked in for Gobert. Green comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joe Ingles in for Royce O'Neal. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Here's Simmons. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Bounce pass Conley. Ingles passes to Conley. Over Simmons. Another miss by Utah.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Korkmaz, no good. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Mitchell. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. The Jazz shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And here are the 76ers now. Here's Thibault. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked about his NBA journey and his goals.
This would be a rotation player. I know I got better. I know I worked hard to get here, to stay here, and just be able to knock down the shot and the 3. I want to shoot the ball 40% and above.
And with the importance of the three ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Ingles is the 3 and Green the 4. And it's Bradley in at the center position. Here's Ingles after Ben Simmons' bucket. Here's Mitchell. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Mitchell's got 7. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And the first one drops. The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Horford's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Outside Conley. Over Simmons. Here's Niang. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Niang's got the lead up to 9 now for Utah. Simmons inside. Covered by Conley. Passes it to Korkmaz. Back to Simmons. 5 on the clock. And they double up Simmons. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, with tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Bradley kicks to Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got the lead back up to 9 now for Utah.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
It's deflected. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Here's Bradley. And another shot. That one doesn't drop. Simmons with the defensive effort. Here's Korkmaz. Ingles covering. Korkmaz passes to Horford. That one misses. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close. I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Korkmaz. And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. So it's the Jazz now. Bogdanovich with it. And it's Horford picking him up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate. He's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Here's Niang. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Clock at 6. A 3-ball. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Thibault to the middle. Here's Harris. The layup off target. There's 53 seconds left here in the second. Outside, Bogdanovich. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
76ers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Thibault.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Conley inside the line. Another miss by Utah.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here's Conley outside. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. We were talking about him after his last game, and now tonight we're seeing that same level of intensity. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, I like the effort on the...
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Utah leading by 3, so on the floor for Philadelphia. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid. Fast break, Richardson leading the way. Offensive rebound, and the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That's his first foul. The 76ers trail by 3. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Outside Conley. And stolen by Richardson. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And they double up Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson outside. The 76ers again can't hit it.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Simmons against Conley. No good on the 3.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field. I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Goes up on the wing. Another miss by Utah.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. They are just killing him on the interior.
Utah leading. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Mitchell outside. No good that time. Good work defensively by Richardson. For the lead, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Harris is so quick on the drive. Sometimes defenders have to foul him and just hope he misses the shot.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far is Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate. He was the funniest before the game, after the game, during the game. He would, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
And Simmons slams it in.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
And it's Conley penetrating. And it's blocked by Simmons. Pass to Korkmaz. Feeds to Harris. They get the rebound. Embiid, the pass to Scott. It's stolen by Gobert. Conley scanning the floor. Down low. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. On the pass to Mitchell. Pins the shot with nobody near him. Mitchell's got 14.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
For three, Harris. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Korkmaz, defended by Gobert. Korkmaz passes to Harris. The kick out to Scott. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
And it's easy to admire Conley. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he knows how to stay in control.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 8. Passes to Korkmaz. On the wing, Harris. And that one's on target from the wing. Harris has got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
Oh, this speaks to the assertiveness of Harris. Look, shots like this demonstrate how effective he can be.
And the Jazz call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Bradley. And the 76ers also making a change. James Ennis, he'll check in for Joel Embiid. That one falls. 16 points for Donovan Mitchell.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Mitchell against Simmons. Back to Ennis. The three. Knocks down the three ball. Ennis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Michael Conley picks one up.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
The 76ers have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a unique player. I mean, 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball. move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Joe Ingles. Al Horford's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Korkmaz. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The Jazz shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Conley against Simmons. And here is Conley. 5 points in the game. Over Harris. Another shot. No good on the last second attempt there. 3/4 of play in a close game here. 76ers on top. They lead by 1. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Mitchell and Bogdanovich, they're the wings. Green plays the 4 with Gobert at center. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The 76ers leading. Ennis passes to Thibault. Conley against Richardson. Over Conley. Richardson, no luck.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Outside, Green from the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. And the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use in these tough finishes.
On the wing, Mitchell. Outside, Bogdanovich. They grab their own miss. Gobert dishes to Green. Good. Green's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
No, he's reading the defense, sensing the opening. He doesn't hesitate.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Oh, the former Georgetown Bulldog, Jeff Green, now a veteran in the NBA. I mean, he's bounced around the last handful of years, but he's a smart player who still knows how to make an impact.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Just 5 on the clock. Richardson for 3. Poked loose.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
O'Neal kicks to Conley. High post, Gobert. Now the dish to Mitchell to take the lead. Second chance shot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. That puts them in the lead. 8 points for Mike Conley.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Pass to Richardson. Over Conley. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
The 76ers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's the teardrop. They need this. And it's finished off by Richardson as he lays it in.
And the fourth quarter just has not been kind. Only one bucket in 5 attempts.
And the Jazz call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Jazz have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Dishes to Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Richardson. Free throw drops for Mitchell. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
Here's Simmons. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. O'Neal passes to Bogdanovich. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And Bogdanovich, he's a seasoned veteran, comfortable having the rock in his hands when it's a big possession.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And the Hakeem Olajuwon comparisons, they're somewhat legitimate. I mean, Embiid's skill set and size is something you don't see very often.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. So it's Richardson with the jam.
This is what you love to see. Simmons so superb at sharing the ball and getting his guys the ball.
Conley against Simmons. Unloads from 13. Here's Gobert. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Simmons passes to Embiid. They get it back. Horford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
A very concerted effort on Horford's part to bully his way inside and draw contact there. He needs to do more of that. Play inside, get tough.
Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Conley against Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And 11 points for Bojan Bogdanovich.
And how about the confidence Bogdanovich displayed there? This guy's a clutch shooter who loves being the man when the spotlight's on.
Pass to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Back to Embiid. Gobert pulls it in.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're behind by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a 5.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And here's Harris from the arc. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Just incredible patience by Harris, rising to the occasion in a big way with the key basket there.
Utah calls timeout. The score is tied at 48. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. With it. From deep three-point range. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Taking a look at the Jazz. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Embiid against Gobert, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's Harris. Rebound, Utah.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
No good on that one. So he can't get either to fall. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The lead is 2. And there's the pass to Richardson. No good on that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. Bogdanovich finds Ingles. Here's Mitchell. Simmons with the defensive effort. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Richardson the pass to Simmons. At 6. Passes it to Horford. Over Bogdanovich. Horford no luck. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now Simmons. To Embiid. Kicks to Harris. Inside, here's Richardson. Count!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 4. 58 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Here is Conley. Looking to get it going. Can't connect from short range. Philadelphia with the ball. Here's Harris. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Stopping on a dime. Harris knocks it down. The pull-up. Another shot is awesome.
With the floater. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
The experience showing through in these moments. Conley's used to stepping up when his team needs a bucket.
And that's an intentional foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
A good league is even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Mitchell. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Richardson. And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's off as well, so he misses both. And it's Utah's ball. They trail by 6. And here's Conley outside. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Williams-Goss the pass to Niang. Can't connect from long distance. So Philadelphia wins it. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hal, congrats. Tough game tonight. When do you think you guys really locked in and started taking control of the game?
And it all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, you know, at least we reacted better the second half. This is one of those games that we just had to, you know, will our way to win this.
A lot of games like that you have to kind of just grind out, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job.